Hi, I'm Kevin with Wild Coffee Homestead, and today we're going to tell you how we attempted, and I say attempted, to keep the critters out of our garden. Today, did you just squeal out? Frog attack in the garden. You know what it's like. You plant your garden, and the next thing you know, you see critters in your yard you never knew existed. They come from out of the woods all around you, or the neighboring communities. They find your big open sign that says smorgasbord, free food for you. So what we found is we had possums, we had squirrels, we had rabbits, and we had raccoons. And what were they after? There was no fruit yet when they started attacking the garden. The rabbits, they love the tender shoots, the greens, right? The possums, the raccoons, they're digging for the worms. They smell that brand new worm casting and compost you put on there, and it's just like irresistible. They can smell it, and here they come. I don't know what the squirrels were digging for. Did they think they left a nut in my garden? Crazy, crazy squirrels. So what do? We were in a pinch. We didn't have time to put a firm fence up. So we did something that I think was pretty clever and was somewhat successful. We did three strands of wire. We used a poly wire because we wanted to be able to see it instead of the high tensile steel wire. We added a solar unit to charge it, and what we did is we put 4x4s in the corner. Those 4x4s gave us the rigidity to kind of pull those things tight. We created a gate at one end, also in the poly wire, and then where we wanted to also address the pollinator garden, which was close by, we ran a wire through a piece of plastic hose so that it wouldn't ground out or wouldn't electrify somebody unexpectedly. So in a sense, by adding these three wires, we were able to eliminate most of our critter pressure. It's still not gonna keep the birds out, but it did keep the possums out, it kept the raccoons out, and it kept the rabbits out. But you know what it didn't keep out? Those crazy squirrels. Those squirrels still made it through. I actually watched a squirrel dive bomb through the wires to get into the garden. It's like he was determined, but you know, the squirrels didn't do the damage that the others did. So that's how we solved the pressure. Now, was it the best? I'm not sure. I would have loved to have a premier garden fence. I think that the smaller squares would have helped me. Now, obviously a little bit more of an investment, more costly. I also am toying with eventually adding a wire fence, the small garden wire fence, and then still electrify that at a point to kind of keep them from coming over, because a possum, raccoon, they'll just go right over. Those squirrels will go right over that. So what is it that you do? What crazy things have you tried to come up with to protect your garden? Now we're about ready to clear out the rest of summer here and prepare for our next garden in this area. And I may fortify that fence at the same time. So I'd love to hear from you to find out how you do your fencing. How do you prevent it? What's the most successful? And you know what I'm really interested in is if you use a wire fence, where and how do you electrify it? Do you still use three strands? Do you just put one at the bottom, one at the top? Let me know in the comments down below how you do that. We've got to stick together because these critters are really smart and they're really hungry. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for clicking that notification bell. We want to go on this journey with you, and we're glad you're with us. Thank you.